Hey, this is Chris with some do's and don'ts for our complex reflective still life. And we got lots of good stuff going on here, so this is a pretty nice one. Starting with the background, we've got back vertical planes and ground plane with nice shadows being cast. We got a good selection of various still life items that have various forms, and their shape and proportion look just right, and the range of value and reflections. Like everything is super nice here. Note chrome here, and then brushed metal here. And this is probably a combination of some chrome and some brushed. So excellent job. Here's another super nice one. This one, I'm figuring more about shape and proportion. Look pretty nailed down here. Like, I feel like this is exactly what this looks like. Some of the extra bonuses on this sort of matte plastic, we've got nice little highlights going on here, little hot spots. Those are looking really nice. And then we've got essentially brushed metal there. Not super chrome reflective, but it's kind of got that brushed metal look. Good light and ground plane, so yay. This one is okay. The okay parts are kind of like, this is just a lot less defined, like the shapes and edges. They're just a lot blurrier. They're not really nice and crisp. And then probably the biggest liability is the background. Like, I don't know what's going on. Like, never do this. Don't do this. Don't just put random squiggles in, particularly when they're high contrast and they steal focus. Here's another one where the background is kind of ruining it. The subjects themselves look pretty good, but this super high contrast 0 to 10, that's just too much. Like, I don't think your background really goes from 0, and here's probably 9 down here. But the subjects themselves, they look pretty good. Here's another one that it's okay. It's okay to not okay, somewhere in that range. Biggest problem, shape and proportion, we're really struggling with. I don't think this is what these things look like, shape and proportion wise. And then I feel like it's either white or black in the values. We're not seeing much of the paper gray in here. It's just chunks of white and chunks of black, and kind of a lot of similar size chunks, which isn't typical. So beware of that. This one's actually, for the most part, really good, especially the pot here. Very nice. I just want to point out a easy mistake to make is here we've got a white ceramic mug. The dark part of that white ceramic mug isn't going to get this dark. So a good rule of thumb is if your subject local value, meaning this right here, let's call that 10%. The darkest this will get will be halfway between the local value and 100. So if we're halfway between 10% and 100, that's going to be right in here around 45%. And so these are almost 90 to 100, and that's just way too dark. Doesn't look natural. This one is from a photo. In fact, a photo I see all the time in Google Images, so I recognize this guy. Also, I'm pretty sure that students don't have these sculptures in their house. Do this from observation. This one, we're just super sideways on a lot of things, starting with, most importantly, materials. So here's white paper. We don't want to do that. We want gray. Here is, I think, graphite. But we don't want to do that. We want charcoal, white pastel, maybe some white colored pencil, maybe some white gel pen. So super sideways, but also shape and proportion. Like symmetrical things, drop yourself a center line, center line, center line, center line. Make them symmetrical. This guy, just not a great composition and picking two white subjects. So it's okay to have like a white thing in there, but we're kind of missing our other reflective materials. Choose something perhaps a little different and make it more interesting. Overlap your forms. Don't stick this guy way out there. Make a nice composition of forms. All right, there you have it. Please try to do the things that look great and avoid the things that are off the mark. Good luck.